Okay, let's just get right to it. AI is here, and it is absolutely changing the game. For all of us, consultants, strategists, data pros, the real question isn't if our work is going to change, it's how. So, are we about to be replaced by an algorithm, or are we standing on the edge of our biggest opportunity yet? Today, we're going to unpack the new playbook for not just surviving, but actually thriving in this new AI era.
And here's how we're going to get there. First, we'll tackle this weird puzzle everyone's talking about, the AI paradox. Then, we'll dig into why it's happening, and that's when we'll pivot to the solution. We'll talk about redefining our value, becoming the kind of expert clients are desperate for, and we'll wrap it all up with a practical framework you can literally start using tomorrow.
So let's kick things off with the question that seems to be on every leader's mind right now. We're seeing these massive investments in AI, right? The tools are everywhere. So where are the game-changing results? This, my friends, is what we're calling the AI adoption paradox. And it's not just a feeling. The data from McKinsey paints a really stark picture. Just look at this chart. That huge slice, that's 2/3 of organizations, they're basically just stuck. They're playing around in the AI sandbox, running a few pilots, but they haven't figured out how to actually scale it across the business. This giant gap between just playing with AI and actually profiting from it, that's exactly where we, as experts, need to step in.
So why are so many companies stuck in that sandbox? Well, it turns out the problem might not be the tech itself. Nope, it's how we're defining and measuring success. We've all kind of fallen into what you could call a measurement trap.
UC Berkeley professional education just hits the nail on the head with this question. Think about it. It's like we're trying to measure a supercomputer with a yardstick. AI isn't just a faster assembly line. It's a totally new way of thinking for a business. It changes how we innovate, how we solve problems, and when you try to apply old factory floor metrics to this brand new world, you're pretty much setting yourself up to fail.
And this mismatch, it's led to some frankly terrifying headlines. There was this MIT study that sent shockwaves through the industry, claiming that 95% of Gen AI projects don't show a measurable ROI in the first 6 months. Now, it's really easy to look at a number like that and think, see, it's all just hype. But that's completely missing the real story.
The real story is that we need a whole new scorecard. This table from UC Berkeley is a total game changer. Just look at the right-hand column. Instead of obsessing over immediate ROI, what if we measured return on efficiency? Tracking the hundreds of hours saved by your marketing team. Or how about workforce capability expansion? That's where one junior analyst, with the right AI tools, can suddenly produce the kind of strategic insights that used to take an entire senior team. These are the metrics that show AI's true power, and our job is to guide clients to see and measure this totally new kind of value.
And this brings us right to the core pivot, the big shift for every single professional in this space. Our value is no longer just about production, building the thing faster. It's shifting dramatically toward protection, making sure the thing actually works, that it's safe, and that it drives the right business outcomes.
This slide basically lays out the conversation every single one of us is having, or is about to have. The client looks at you and says, hey, you're using AI, you're getting it done faster, so your bill should be smaller, right? But as Drumline points out, that thinking is a trap. The reality is, while the cost to spit out a first draft of something is plummeted, the value of an expert who can verify it, validate it, and strategically guide it, that has skyrocketed.
I absolutely love this quote because it gets right to the heart of it. AI models are prediction engines, not truth engines. They hallucinate. They make mistakes that sound incredibly confident. Our new job is to be the truth engine. The value isn't in writing the code anymore. It's in guaranteeing the code is correct. This is the new governance premium, and it's what clients are really paying for. They're paying for certainty in a very uncertain world.
And the stakes for getting this wrong? Oh, they are just enormous. An IBM study found a $140 million revenue gap between companies that get their AI strategy right and those that don't. Our role as consultants, as architects, as strategists, is to be the bridge across that huge gap. That is our value proposition now.
Okay, so if that's the new value, what does the person who can deliver it actually look like? What kind of skills do you need? Well, the answer lies in becoming what people are calling a T-shaped expert.
See, in the past, we were all told to be I-shaped people, really deep but narrow, specialists who mastered one thing. But as Martak points out, the future belongs to the T-shaped.
You still need that deep expertise. That's the vertical bar of the T. But now you also need that horizontal bar, a broad understanding of the entire business context, so you can connect your deep knowledge to what the company is actually trying to achieve.
So why are these T-shaped pros so indispensable? Well, because they do all the stuff that AI is just terrible at. They're translators, they can take messy business needs and turn them into clean technical requirements. They're problem framers, they don't just solve the problem you give them, they step back and make sure you're solving the right problem in the first place. They synthesize ideas from sales, marketing, and finance to see the whole picture. In short, they provide the human judgment and strategic direction that makes all this powerful technology actually useful.
All right, let's make this really concrete. Knowing you need to be the strategic T-shaped guide is one thing, but having a clear, repeatable process to put that into action is something else entirely. So let's wrap up with a practical framework you can use to identify those high-impact AI opportunities.
This 5-step framework from Dataku is a fantastic roadmap for turning that strategy into real action. It moves really logically from diagnosis and mapping all the way to tech readiness, prioritization, and then scaling up. But I want you to look really closely at step 1. The crucial insight here is that it doesn't start with the tech, it starts with the business. And this first step is all about diagnosis. It's about being a detective. Before you even whisper the words AI agent or LLM, you have to deeply understand the business's real pain points. Where are the bottlenecks? Where are your smartest, most expensive employees stuck doing low-value work? This is classic consulting, just reapplied to the AI era.
Then, once you've diagnosed the real problems, you jump over to step 4, prioritization. And this classic 2x2 matrix is the perfect tool for the job. You map the potential value on one axis against how easy it is to implement on the other. That top right quadrant? Those are your quick wins, the high-impact, low-effort projects that build momentum and help fund the bigger, more strategic bets down the line. It's all about delivering real value and fast.
And that really brings us to the final, crucial question. This transformation, it's not optional. It's happening. The value is sitting right there, waiting to be unlocked. But it's going to demand a new mindset, a whole new definition of success, and a new kind of T-shaped expert to lead the way. The only question left is, will that expert be you?